Welcome on back to part 2. Last part, which you can go back and watch, was where we discussed Mario 1, 2, 3's diss track. Most of it was because I had to look at the lyrics for the video, so I'm sorry if you couldn't hear the actual video itself. It was hard to understand Mario in the first place. But Bloke made a response video today, and as you can see, it's not going too well. And if we look at the comments of this, it says here that first of all, people are giving Bloke hate, which is understandable because it's a response. If you can do better than actually do it instead of just talking. Bloke did say that he does not want to do this because probably laziness, to be honest. And also, some Soviet told Ramzan gave your account. He has a clear part of this, and you just made up a lie. You didn't get the trust Ramzan gave his account to you, and the raid story, that was our first server, so you're clearly lying. This is lying, so don't try. Okay. So, the guy in the middle that you both are talking about is Ramzan here. Well, hopefully Bloke will address these claims and more as we watch this video. But first, Mario's comment I just saw. You are either doing this for the views or you think you're a good liar, which you are not. I have proof of everything. This has to be the most useless vid on the internet, considering you're being salty about this and lying. This is not the worst video on the internet. You clearly never watched one of my videos. Terrible jokes aside, from the proof you shown in the diss track so far, that's not really enough evidence because as we saw the audit log, it was more Toxin's doing than Bloke's doing. So if you have more evidence, excuse me, I'm sorry, then you can show it. You can make a response to Bloke's video if you really want to, which is something that is always fun to do, making these kind of videos. So let's watch Bloke's video.
Me and my friends read his Discord, and
well, I'm gonna start this from the beginning. I'm sorry.
Hello everybody, and how are you doing today?
I'm doing alright. I'm just recording 3 videos at once. How are you?
Y'all doing good. That's good. This video is completely unscripted because some fella went on and completely made a diss track on me for absolutely no reason.
Well, at first he said he wanted to do it as a joke, and then you guys are taking it seriously. Also, I'm not doing good. Like I said, I'm recording 3 videos at once. Hooray!
So, the backstory behind this is, some of my friends raided his Discord server. The fella called Mario123, you'll see his name there.
Very clever editing trick, Bloke. I must admit, you are really getting good at this editing stuff so far. As for the Discord thing, some people were saying, oh, this is the first server, or there was another server. You guys were talking about this back to the Victory Sleep stuff, so. And it's not just Bloke who was saying that. Back when the Victory Sleep was going on, we were talking about this with Ramzan and Killin. So, according to them, it was another server that Mario had. I'm doing this based off what I'm seeing and what I'm understanding. Keep in mind, I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can be.
So, me and my friends read his Discord. And, we got access to mods somehow, and we kicked everyone, yes. And,
may I ask why you kicked everybody? And also, if by the way you're saying it, that Mario trusted you guys, you make it sound like you broke his trust. So yeah, Mario does have the right to be upset at this part. If you earn his trust, and then you break it, then he has every right to get mad at you for it.
Basically, he tried to gain my trust after, because he acted like a bitch when he began to train. Then I gained his trust. So basically, I went on and he added me as a friend on Discord and stuff like that. Whenever that happened, he was all nice and stuff, contacting me through DMs, calls and stuff.
As any online friend would normally do, to be honest. Except for Fireball and I, because we don't have each other's phone numbers, because it's probably safer that way for his sake, and my sake, to be fair. But we talk to each other on like Twitch, and whenever we're streaming together, it's always fun.
He's called on this, and I don't know why. So, I guess we'll just respond to this. I'm not gonna make a diss on him, and I'll explain why at the end of the video.
Okay, I love the editing you're doing here, Bloke. I gotta say, I am very impressed. despite you not having that much software, you really are trying to edit very nicely, and I'm enjoying it so far. Let's continue onward, shall we?
Alright. Let's get into it.
That's what I'm saying.
No, fellas, right there. That is inaccurate. That info there, inaccurate. Do you know why? It's directed by this fella called Ramzan, and I'm good friends with him on Discord and stuff. And now, you see, Ramzan, he told me he had no part in this at all. He's actually my friend, so I don't see why he would go ahead and make this diss on me.
Okay, so this is where the Ramzan thing gets kind of confusing. On the one hand, you have Mario and his fans saying that Ramzan did give you stuff. They give Mario your account and stuff. On the other hand, you're telling us that Ramzan had nothing to do with this. And if we look very closely at the two different videos real quick, in Mario's description, Ramzan is known as the Gengar guy, who also calls himself Ramzan. Now, Ramzan's a pretty nice guy, to be honest, so I don't know if he would do this or if they were talking about this as a joke. If this was meant to be a joke in the first place, but then it got out of hand, then maybe Ramzan had something to do with it. But like I said, the only way he would have a hand in this is if this was meant to be like a joke. Kind of like when you and I went back and forth with the anime response video and whatnot. And if we take a look at your description, you unfortunately do not have a Ramzan's approval or his link to say it's the same guy, because a lot of people might have that username, and he just says yum. Very interesting. Anyway, moving on to the next point, please.
He didn't. He went ahead and he told me he didn't. He had nothing to do with it. He didn't even know it existed. So right there, last complete lies. Bullshit.
Okay, so here's the problem. We don't see your conversation with Ramzan on this. And while to some people that may be evidence saying that Mario was correct, keep in mind, when it comes to doing like private messages and stuff, you don't always get permission to show private messages. If Bloke did get permission to use Ramzan stuff, he would have had to ask Ramzan to use their conversation. And if he said no, the only way he could have used it is if he censored it, but he was still got mad by Ramzan. Because that's private information, because it's a private conversation.
So, let's keep going.
See you, Batman's bitch. Nice to meet you.
Fuck you. Not nice to meet you.
The way with the sunglasses and the way he flips them off, he's like a young Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my god, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, okay, so, do you know what I found funny there, right? I'm 10 times better at editing than he would be ever, and I use the same amount of equipment as he would.
Actually, this is one of a good point that Bloke does bring up. He didn't edit really that good at first, but Bloke is actually learning how to edit. Now, I don't know if Mario edited this video by himself or if he had people to help him, but it's hard to say. This might be the only correct point so far that Bloke has had in this video. Congratulations, Bloke.
Yeah, he has a fucking... he has a watermark. So he has a fucking watermark at the bottom right-hand corner that says, made with video show.
I wouldn't complain about the watermark, sir. You had a watermark back in your Why I Hate Anime video. Keep in mind. So there's no need to be a hypocrite here. You both had a watermark. Sure, you upgraded your editing software, but at one point you also had a watermark, so you can't be too hard on Mario for that.
I found that so funny because he couldn't fucking bother editing out the watermark. Oh my god.
You can't really edit out a watermark, technically. The only way you would get rid of a watermark is if you buy the permanent version of your editing program, or you get an editing program that doesn't have it. Like my program of Shotcut. You don't see a watermark there, do you?
And also, right there, the lyrics, it says, nice to meet you, time to end ya, but all you would hear is time to end. And what? You need to fucking read the lyrics to hear anything? You know.
He's kind of right on this point. It was hard to understand you because the music and stuff is kind of off-key in editing. I explained this in part 1. You just gotta level it out a bit easier. Okay, so this is the part where Bloke's video starts desyncing for some reason. Like, we can hear him talk, but the actions are a bit delayed. So we're gonna have to take his words rather than his actions. Apologies for that in advance.
Look at the way he fucking wagging them fingers about. Like, fucking, what is he doing with his life? He's wagging his fucking fingers about like a real retard.
I take slight offense to that, sir. But I can understand the finger wagging was kind of weird. But it doesn't make him like me for it, Jesus.
Wagging his fucking fingers about, that's great. How he's like, hey, look at me, I'm Mario 1, 2, 3, oh boy. So right there, he just said my ego needs to lose weight. Hold on. There, he just said that my ego needs to lose weight, but right then and there, I think he has a bigger ego than I ever would have. Like,
that might be up for debate. Can you give examples, please?
I don't think too highly of myself, to be completely honest with you. I mean, look at my fucking hair, it's shite.
What does your hair have to do with your ego? And you're kind of right on this point, actually. Because the only time I saw you try to overflate your ego, which was taught to me by Toxins back when he made a response to me, was that you think your video was going to get a ton of dislikes because you disliked anime, considering it was very popular. And I brought that up for our channel size, that you thought way too highly of yourself. So I think Mario was referring to that. But that's the only time I've seen your ego go out of the whack.
I don't think highly of myself at all. Like, on the spectrum, I think about like a lot high of myself, that's all. Yeah, his fucking ego must be through the fucking roof.
Again, some context would be nice in all this, I'm just saying.
Dictate. Listen, you will never be my teammate, nor can even if it's compensate.
Never wanted to be your fucking teammate.
Written in the books.
Okay, so by the sounds of it, you wanted to be teammates at first, and then all of a sudden it's... And I'm back. Now where were we? Alright, resume please.
Small words too much for me to capacitate. Fuck up, you fucking invertebrate.
Okay, so capacitate. Let's see what that means real quick, please. It sounds like it is a similar of the word capacity, which is the definition of fitness, or true potential for holding. So basically, what Bloke was saying this entire time was it's too big for his words to carry/understand. Okay, now we get to understand what capacitate means, but that was just odd word choice.
Calls me Ramzan's bitch on right there. I think that might be inaccurate info, because right then and there, I think he might rely on Ramzan.
Okay, you were just saying that Ramzan was your friend, and second of all, according to his lyrics, it doesn't say Ramzan. From what I'm reading here, I will double check the lyrics real quick. Bam Bands. He said Bam Bands. I don't know what Bam Bands means. That's probably his way of saying that you Bam Band someone? I don't know. But he did not say Ramzan according to his lyrics.
More than anyone ever did. Okay? So. And he just told the 12-year-old to suck his dick. That's a bit of a nonce move there, innit?
Little bit. But it could be worse. I mean, you get people who tell them to kill people to kill themselves, so while that was a bit rude, it could have been worse.
You didn't hear that because his fucking mic cut off. The fuck? I don't even know what he said. I read the lyrics. He said, you dug the hole and I pushed you into the ditch.
I heard the line for the first time just fine, but let's see what you have to say for it.
I think you're running out of words to rhyme with at this point.
Isn't that what I said in my part 1? Jesus, Bloke, what are you, a mind reader like Kenshi from Mortal Kombat? That's freaky.
I think you might be. Just maybe now, just maybe. He just said my car. How dare he insult my car review? My Karuna E review. How dare he? That is illegal. You cannot insult my car review. If you insult my car review, I will fucking end you.
Uh, is that your Instagram or something? That's a nice picture. Second of all, um, you do have the right to be mad about someone critiquing the video, I suppose, but he didn't really go into much detail why it was crap. So he was just saying, "Oh, your video's crap," and he doesn't give context. I can understand why you're mad here if he doesn't give you context why. But why does he say that it didn't do bits? That's the only thing I'm confused about here. Okay, he said that it gave me fame, but he didn't. In fact, the collab I've done with him isn't up anymore. That is true. You did get rid of that collab. Probably when you guys started beefing with each other. In fact, I think the only thing that gave you fame was back when you and I were racing the 50 subs. And also the anime response thing. That's what gave you a bigger push. Did Mario give you a little bit of a push before then? I don't know.
Just like my name. Are you sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure my name probably averages more fucking... My name averages more views than your fucking monthly average, so...
Let us test this claim. Do science! So first we're going to have to go to both of their respective channels and then add up the average views per the month as of recording their tracks, as well as the recording of the response video. So we are only going for 1 month for these guys. So let us start with Mario. Okay, so his first video was 89 views. Wait, he made a response video? Mario. I didn't want to make a 4-parter. Please. Damn it. Okay, so I'm not going to count that video in the editing view just yet. I'm going to watch that video after I'm done recording this. Make a response to that. Then play devil's advocate. There we go. 307 plus your It's Bloody 2019 video, which got 69 views. Add that by New Super Mario Bros. DS, which got 49 views. Then One Step Away, which got 23 views. Then your Pokemon Leaf Green video, which got 41 views. And then your New Super Mario Bros. Video, which got 33 views. And then another Super Mario Bros. Videos, which got 28 views. And on Leaf Green part, which got you 33 views. Is that all the videos? Yes. We will count that as all the videos you have. So by that count, your total monthly view rate was 583. That's not bad. And now we divide it by how many numbers of videos we just added. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, it was 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, it was 8. My bad. It was 8. So by that, your monthly view rate is 72.8 views, which rounds it up to 73. Not bad. If we check Bloke's monthly video, he claims to get an average of a month views. So, by his logic, if we add 55 views plus 58 views and divide that by 2, 56.5. So, Bloke's claim here is factually incorrect. Mario does get more views per month compared to Bloke. Congratulations. I proved you wrong.
Logo?
Yes, correct. But this was recorded most likely before your new logo. I was texting with it.
I'll throw on screen now what my logo is actually.
Not a bad logo, I gotta say. It's not bad at all.
Because that cat is just a meme. Okay? So, let's keep going.
You're a kid.
You call me a kid. Your voice is higher than anything. You haven't even hit puberty yet. I can tell. What? You're calling me a child whenever your fucking voice is like higher than a fucking helium balloon.
Just because his voice is higher doesn't change the fact of his age. He claims he's a teenager. So let us just assume he's only 13 years old and just hasn't hit puberty yet, okay? technically not a kid if you claim your age as teenagers. But then again, we don't know your actual ages because you guys don't talk about it and it's personal.
Okay. What the fuck? I am disappointed. I am fucking disappointed. He says keep my stuff plugging. He's saying I plug my stuff. I may have opened a merch store and it may have failed, but who cares? Because do you know what he does? I'm gonna expose him right here. Do you know what he does? He goes ahead and he fucking DMs people his server link. He goes to random people and he just DMs them his server link.
Okay, believe it or not, Bloke is correct once again. I know, it's crazy, right? But this guy did his research. I kid you not. In fact, I'm going to open up Discord right now, and I'm going to do something very special. Right now, I'm going to get my G recorder I used for my phone back in the day to get screenshots of what's going on. But basically, his claim is that Mario123 is messaging people his Discord link, which is, I don't know if that's illegal or not, but still, Mario claims to be a hypocrite. And if we take a look at my DMs from Mario123, right here, he literally DM'd me his Discord server link. I didn't ask for it. He just randomly did it one day. Like, why? We literally have a section in Zion's Discord where you can advertise your stuff. And we're completely fine with that. Why did you DM me your Discord server link? If I didn't want to join it from the advertise section, that's not going to make me want to join it when you private message me. Bloke is correct. I am surprised.
What? And Colin's saying I plug my stuff, you wee fucking red bastard, G.
You didn't do so great.
Throwing all the insults at him out. More like you couldn't think of fucking words to put there.
Well, to be fair, he's actually throwing stuff in this shot. Who knows what it is? Still, it's a great visual representation here.
Why does he run out of words? Fucking killing now. I can't hear anything he's saying, but I read the lyrics, so I'll explain to you after the killing part. Don't mention all the times you've raided. You were there with us on them raids, Mr. Mario123. You were with us.
Here's the thing about raids. Sometimes you can see what party you're raiding with. If this is a collab between you and all your friends, then yes. If more people are saying that Mario was with Bloke on this raid, which I've heard from that Victory Play stream that there were, and it's more people with their word against Mario's, then Bloke is correct once again. But again, I don't know, because I don't believe you can show proof of who's in a raid party on Discord. I don't know how it works. I'm just in one server. Okay? Well, technically two, but I pay attention to Zion's server more.
I'm pretty sure us combined could probably fucking beat your fucking ass up.
What kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! Homerization joke was that anyway? But don't threaten to beat him up. Yes, maybe you two would do okay. Who knows?
Have you seen my fucking guns? No, I don't have any fucking. But I could probably fucking knock you out, so I could fucking. I want to fucking fly to Canada, just so I can fucking knock your ass out. Fucking hate you, so I do.
Don't threaten to knock people out. It never ends well. Trust me.
Not my quality shit.
Okay, fair statement here, but you gotta understand that he was doing this with very little equipment.
Who checks audit logs? Come on.
People who run stuff on Discord or anything, they have to check their audit logs to make sure everything's in order. Mario had to do a bit of research for that, and while I do admit his research is kind of misleading, more so saying that Toxins did it, even Toxins in Zion Discord server has admitted that it was his idea. His, not Bloke's. Jesus.
And why are you bringing this relic of the past up anyway? We give some good insults, come on. I'm really not hurt by any of these.
Well, good on you. You must be made of stone. Ow! That was for a joke, by the way. But he brings it up because he wants to show people what you did. Granted, he could have had a better picture, because by that picture, it looked like Toxins did more of the work than you did.
You do in a fucking month?
Well, who knows, because payment is different in every country and whatnot, because working age. Also, part of that was cut out by that lightning, which, again, I thought was a bad choice.
No, don't subscribe and don't like this garbage.
What if people actually liked it, though? According to Mario's video, it has more likes than dislike on it, so people enjoyed it. As for what he was doing, I don't know why he showed the card trick thing, unless that card was meant to say something on it. But again, I couldn't really read it because of the quality of the video.
I'm so impressed with them card tricks, so fucking impressed. I could probably diss you better than anything. At one point in that song, he says that he is king and that I can't sing. But can I tell you something right now? Did he even sing during that?
That's a fair point. I don't know if it was really singing or rapping, really, because it just sounded like you were doing poetry. Then again, to different people, it's different interpretations of what they hear.
Did he? Because I don't think he did. I did not hear one single word he said. So it didn't.
Singing like an opera singer. You mean like that? Or do you mean like that Kelly Clarkson stuff? I don't know why. That was the first one that came to my head.
What? What? I couldn't hear anything. Like, this is complete garbage. Like, I could probably rewrite this whole diss track, edit the whole thing.
Okay, before we continue on with the whole editing and rewriting thing, that's a fair point. It was very hard to hear Mario. I think something he could have done was increase his own audio volume. But again, who knows how his editing software works? None of us really do.
Together and do a better job than he could ever do. Also, Mario, just then, Ramzan Chitzia.
Does he? Again, you bring up Ramzan, but who knows what he has to deal with? Again, he could have done this because he thought this was a joke, as Mario was bringing up. But we don't know, and it's probably better that Ramzan doesn't say anything, because he probably wants to be friends with both these guys. So it's better for Ramzan if he doesn't say anything. And we have reached the end of Bloke's video. Surprisingly, there were actually some good points. One of which he somehow knew that Mario messaged me about that Discord server thing. I'm impressed that Bloke actually did a bit of research this time for this response video. But what do I think of the situation so far? Well, I have to go watch Mario's video and record a response to that. Apparently. But yes, Bloke had some good points. But there were some points that were false, and there were some that is up for air in context. Maybe Mario's going to give a whole light on the whole spectrum, and we can finally see who's right, who's wrong, and I can go to bed and start editing in the morning.